Hi YouTube. Alright, so today is, well, it doesn't really matter, it's a Sunday, November 14th, and I'm going to be talking about passing tips because I've been getting a lot of questions regarding passing, like pre-everything, lately, so it's kind of interesting making this video now that I've been on hormones for almost 2 years and I'm almost a year post-op, but hey, you know, it's cool. I can try and dig back into my past. Let me think about it. Okay, so first of all, for passing, one important thing is, well, I'd say the main important thing is confidence. For instance, like that's the overarching theme of this is having confidence in what you're doing, and for instance, like just even like leaving your house, like feeling that you're male and being confident, like I'm male, you know, that's really what's going to help you out through every single day with passing, regardless of like what people's reactions are, which is what I'll touch on at the end of this. But basically, so you want to be confident, you want to know like who you are and like this is what you want to do and this is how you feel today, and so, you know, dress how you feel like you want to dress. Like honestly, there's no reason for you to go around wearing like super duper baggy like jeans past your butt, you know, and like, or like gigantic sweatshirts, or like, you know, those like basketball see-through jerseys that my brother used to always wear, which secretly I always wanted to wear too, but I tried one on and I look kind of silly. But hey, so you know, there's no reason to try and fit into that male stereotype. For instance, like this I say would be kind of like what I would normally wear, and I don't wear baggy as fuck pants. I'll show you what my pants look like. You can see them. Okay, so like my pants aren't like, you know, they're not like the baggiest things in the world. Like I used to wear baggier pants, like, but that was before I identified as trans even. So I mean, just, you know, wear what you're comfortable in. Obviously wearing really tight clothing, like, you know, like wearing like girl t-shirts will make you appear more feminine. Like I can put on a girly looking t-shirt and I'll look a little bit more feminine. I can show an example of that if you'd like. Alright, I'll do that. Hold on. I'll put on a girly t-shirt and we'll see what goes on from there. But basically, like, I just kind of wore whatever clothing I really felt like wearing, that made me feel happy, and like I identified as male, so the clothing that I wore, like, obviously. Hold on. Okay. Not that this is a girl's t-shirt, this is actually a t-shirt that one of my best friends made. But when I wear it, I look more feminine, and you'll see that. Okay. See? So for instance, if I had worn, first of all, I gotta show you how cool it is. It's a seahorse. Isn't that cool? Yeah, my friend Cody makes these, him and his boyfriend do. But for instance now, like, I feel a lot more feminine because of the color, because of like the V-neck, you know. If I had worn this like pre-testosterone, like I would have felt a little bit uncomfortable. But I don't know. Now I'm like really comfortable in my masculinity, so I just kind of wear whatever I want. I'll just keep this on because it's a pretty kick-ass t-shirt. But anyway, so I mean that isn't a really good example because I don't own any really girly like feminine clothing like that clings to me because I'm so self-conscious about my body, you know. So yeah, so wearing clothes that make you comfortable is really all that matters. Back to being confident. If you want to be using the male restroom, just march on in there and do your business. That's what I learned. Just do it. Like, don't talk to people, don't look at people. That's bathroom etiquette for males. If you just go in and go straight into the stall, like honestly, who's gonna say anything? Like, they'll like look and be like, that's weird. But if you're out of their eyesight before they can even like say anything, then, you know, not a big deal. I go in, I'm just beeline like straight for it. So like even now I'm still nervous about being in male's bathroom, so that's a tough one. But just you know, if you want to use the male's bathroom, like, and you identify as male, then it's totally okay. And just, you know, just be confident in that. Just be confident. What else was I gonna say? Oh, as for binding, I used Underworks. Don't use ace bandages. I don't think I can say that enough. I used them, and no, it's just not good. You'll really hurt yourself. You can hurt yourself binding for too long in a regular old like Underworks binder. I use Underworks. Definitely check that out. It's cheap. They're really durable. Like one of mine lasted like a year and a half. Like, so it's worth it. You're like, oh, like $30, but it comes down to like 5 cents a day. Like, you know, in the end. So that's good. So binding definitely works. If you have a larger chest, which I know some guys do, I had a smaller chest, so I was really fortunate. But if you have a larger one thing that I've noticed works really well is wearing multiple layers of shirts. So for instance, like wear like a t-shirt like this thin like this, like maybe like a plain white v-neck or like a tank top or something, like over the binder, and then put on like a t-shirt that you want to wear, because that's going to add like layers of texture that will hide the lines of the binder and the contours of your chest as well. Biological men are not flat chested either. I mean, I kind of point this out, but like my chest isn't like it like, honestly I feel like my chest sticks out more now, like not binding, like post surgery, than it did before. So I mean, like, I'll see if I can show. Just appreciate that t-shirt for a second, but like my chest, like, see, I feel like I don't know, I feel like it sticks out more now. So don't even worry about that at all. Completely normal. As for speaking and passing, I would truly recommend just kind of talking lower. That's what I would do. When I get excited, my voice gets higher. Like I get like that. So then I feel a little bit odd. But just try talking a little bit lower. So for instance, I would just be like, hey, yeah, hey. You know, I go like that and look like a total dweeb, but you know, it would lower my voice. And in those like interactions with strangers, like you're buying something, just be like, thanks, you know, and just kind of like, I don't know, that's just kind of what I would do in order to pass like in stranger interactions, like passing around friends, like your friends before you start testosterone usually know you're trans, and so usually they're like okay with that, so you don't really need to try too hard around them, so you don't have to like be like, hey, like how are you? Oh yeah, that party was really good last night, wasn't it? Like all the time, you know, like you don't have to like purposefully like lower your voice and sound like really like shy and like quiet, like around your friends or anything. But I'd say around like strangers, that's what I would do, and it worked really well. So that works. And what else is there? Shave your face. You know, honestly, like the moment I started shaving my face, I shaved my face like a few times pre-testosterone, and like I don't know, it just made me feel like my face looked like more masculine for some reason. You can also end up growing in some like fuzzies and stuff that are a little bit like different than if you hadn't shaved. So you can try that. You can try shaving your face a little bit. The way you walk, I mean, I can't really say much about that. I just kind of like, I guess walk with your crotch is what I learned in like some sexist, like I did this like training on sexism, and like they were like, men walk with their crotches and women walk with their chests. So if you really want to like go all out there, just be like, oh yeah, and just like walk like leaning backwards. Like I guess it's like the typical male walk. I mean, I try and see it out in the world, and I don't really see a big difference in the way women walk versus the way men walk, but you could try doing that. It's worth a shot. And let's see, what else is there for passing? I mean, workout. Yeah, if you work out, it'll like naturally raise your like hormones to be a little bit more on the testosterone side. Like if you work out, like I guess I mean, I've heard people's like voices getting lower, and they like get a little hairier, and like, you know, and then your body starts to be a little bit more muscular looking. So that also helps with passing, because like even like really skinny guys, like I mean, I'm not the biggest guy in the world, but like being on T has like, you know, it's still giving me like muscle contour that I wouldn't have had before. Like, so working out definitely will help. It's like, yeah, and that can also help like shrink like chest size too, because like losing weight is what helps shrink chest size. I mean, for some, I mean, I have a friend who's like wicked skinny and has a really big chest, and like, so obviously that's not, it's like, it's genetic or something, but it can help. That's like one of the best ways to do that, and that can make binding more comfortable and everything too. So yeah, I mean, I guess that would pretty much be what I would say. Just like, you know, be confident, just, you know, wear what makes you happy, because like if you want to wear skinny jeans and people are going to interpret that as a female thing, like, so what, you know, like that's fine. Like, you know, like you feel whole in yourself, so Like if wearing skinny jeans like makes you happy, like technically the pants I'm wearing are skinny jeans. I just got them in 2 sizes bigger, so they weren't like clingy. But you know, you just do what you want to, and like as long as you're confident and happy, like that's all right. And then I guess the main thing is like the voice thing. So just be like, hey guys, what's up? Oh yeah, that one, yeah, that. Like, you know, or like, can I have a cup of coffee or something creepy. Like I mean, I guess that just makes it sound really creepy because my voice is already low. But if your voice is like higher like this, and then you're just like, yeah, can I have a cup of coffee? Like, you know, that still brings it down a little bit. I mean, no matter what, you're gonna look prepubescent, which is fine. I mean, it's kind of a nice stage to be in. Like, oh, I'm a prepubescent boy. Like, I kind of miss it, and that was kind of fun. Now I'm like a post-pubescent boy with no facial hair. But no, I know. I'm really lucky to be on testosterone, and eventually everyone will get there if that's what they want to do. Eventually, you will get there, and it will be great. And no, it's like really like quite a wonderful thing. Things will happen that you never thought would ever be able to happen. The door to your future will be opened. End corny moment there, but really, in the meantime, it's just, you know, be confident and just like take a lot of time. Like, people will be like, oh, you don't pass, like, oh, you don't pass. Go out and be by yourself. Just go walk around by yourself and be like, I feel now, right now, no one's there to judge me on my outside, and that's good. And although society may interpret me as female because that's the body I was born into, eventually that will change, and my mind and my body will match up together, and that's gonna be fine. I mean, don't get down when people still interpret you as female. Like, I've been called like ladies, like even when I was like 8 months on testosterone, like ladies or women or like she. Well, I didn't get she that much. Like, I got mostly just like, I got she a lot before T, but not so much after like a little while on it. But like, you know, people still misinterpret me, and I would get upset, and I would get like, I'd be like, oh, like I'm never gonna pass in society and all that stuff. But the thing is, like, you can't blame them. Like, we all, like, when we see a person, we try and be like, oh, he or she, what pronouns to use, and like people just kind of jump around. Like, I mix up pronouns for my completely like biologically male or female, like gendered and sex, like friends. Like, I'll just be like, oh, she, I mean he, just like in my head, because I just get confused. So, you know, it happens, and like the best thing you can do is shrug it off. Like, there's no reason to go up to a complete stranger and be like, actually, I'm male, like, and I'm transgender. Like, don't, like, I mean, there's no reason to really like shove your gender, like, shove like that sort of information like about gender in someone's face, especially when it's kind of an informal context like that. So that's not the best way to educate. With your friends, totally. With your professors, with your teachers, with your parents, with like family friends, people that you know, definitely do it. But like the like gas station clerk that you bought gas from, that was just like, oh, have a nice day, like, woman, or I guess you wouldn't say have a nice day, woman, or like, oh, like, hey ma'am, or something, you know, be like, I'll just kind of be like, whatever, like, I'm never gonna see this person again, like, they will not remember me, like, that's a bummer, but hey, whatever, like, I'm happy and confident, like, move on. You know, just like, don't yell at people, that's the worst. I would get really frustrated, and I would be like, I just want to, like, just be like, I'm male, listen to me, and then I was like, you know what, like, it's not their fault, it's like, whatever. Secretly, I feel like I have blue eyes, but everyone sees them as brown. I'm not gonna get angry about that. No, I'm just kidding. That's completely unrelated. I'm in a weird mood. But that's what I have to say about passing. This is a long video, and sometimes you'll pass and you'll feel on top of the world. Sometimes you won't, and you'll feel like shit. But eventually, you will pass all the time and feel on top of the world all the time, and that's all that matters. And do what makes you happy. Be confident. Be comfortable. Be safe. Yep. I don't know what I just talked about for 14 minutes. Okay, well, I'm gonna cut it off now. I hope that helps some people. Alright. Have a good one. Peace.